Alon, Wasalon. You with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another chapter, read from Ramses, Volume 1, Series 1, The Son of Light. And we learned some real understanding again, and excuse my voice, you know. Me. We learned some real understanding that there's not a lot new under the sun. There's not a lot that's new when you're dealing with man, M-A-N. And when I say man, what am I saying? Both genders, the human race. You get me? We have learned that so far in this chapter, and we're in what? This is chapter 10. Now, let's proceed and learn some more about this young man's upbringing. And just maybe, just maybe, you can see your life. You get me? You can hear your life if you haven't picked the book up to read it yourself. If you haven't picked the audio book and listened to it yourself. You understand? You know, our souls reincarnate, which means they come back, which means life is showed to you a different way if you cannot remember. You understand me? Remember your previous life. When we come back, if the demiurge forbid it, we was to die today. When we come back, we won't even come back to this rock here. Not this rock. Not this rock right here. We will be somewhere else, and life will be so new to you that the way things are built, the structures of houses, the structures of cars, the clothes you wear, the presentation of the food that's being presented to you going to be so different. But you know what it's going to take for your mind to realize, your memory to realize the presentation is different, but this is the same life that you was given before you passed on to the afterlife? Words. Not faces, words. You understand me? Words. There are going to be things put in your face that's supposed to trigger your thoughts and give you an understanding. I've been here before. I've been here. Let me take this right turn before I take this left turn. Let me understand that I am now in a shell of everything that I went against in my previous life. Let's get into this read. A gazelle ran swiftly by, soon followed by an ibex with long backward curving horns that studied him through thoroughly before it bolted. The animals must be heading for a watering place the prince's companion had neglected to point out. He could choose between staying on track and dying of thirst or putting his trust in the animals. He opted for the animals by the time he had spotted ibexes, gazelles, oryxes, and a 30-foot tree in the distance. He was telling himself he should always follow his instincts. The tree had great bark and a tangle of branches blooming with fragrant yellow-green flowers. This was the Egyptian balanites, bearing thin skin, oval fruit up to 3 inches long. so sweet that hunters called it the desert date. It also prickled with long green-tipped thorns. In the shelter of its shade lay one of those mysterious springs that gushed from the desert with the God set blessings. Leaning against the tree trunk, a man sat and ate bread. Ramses moved closer and recognized him, the leader of the gang of grooms that had bullied Amunah. Now they back in his face again, right? Right, and you see how they refer to his dad, God. Feel me, God. Is that not what it said? With the God set blessing. May the gods be with you, my prince. Are you lost by any chance? With his dry lips parched, tongue and burning brow, Ramses had eyes only for the water skin on the ground by his hairy, stubble-faced creature's left leg. Now, I want to get into something else because we do got time. You got what I'm saying? We got a lot of time. I think we got a good another 10 minutes left in this reading. But, you ever looked at them old Viking movies? You see how they call the King Lord, huh? You see how history has watered down the demiurge. You understand me? Come on, I'm smiling because history is showing you how they took the demiurge out of the picture. You understand what I'm saying? They took the demiurge out of the picture and had you praying to a man. You understand me? They had a man walking this earth in your continent, in your culture, having you believe that he is the creator of all. You understand me? And back to what I was saying about our memory. Deja vu is real. You understand me? Deja vu is real. Sometimes your dreams are your future or your past life being presented to you again. Let's dive back into this reading. May the gods be with you, my prince. Are you lost by any chance with his dry lips, parched tongue, and burning brow? Ramses had eyes only for the water skin on the ground by this hairy, stubble-faced creature's left leg. You are thirsty. What a shame. Nice, cool water, but too precious to waste on a dead man. Only 10 paces between Ramses and his salvation. You had to show me which one of us was a prince. You got away, and now the stable boys laugh at me. I know you didn't plan this. Who's in back of it? A twisted smile. For once I was glad to oblige when your hunting partner offered me 5 cows and 10 lengths of linen to finish you off. Come on now. Let's pause right there. Come on now. This is the next ruler of this civilization. You understand what I'm saying? But they are sending these bullies that they call groomsmen to kill this young man. You get what I'm saying? To kill the heir of the throne that is next. Now I say this to you right here. I don't believe the dad knew. You understand? I don't believe that Shinar was of evil. You understand me? Because if these groomsmen would have won before Seti I took the throne and passed it on to his son Ramses II, what would our legacy and our dynasty be today? Be today. You see how some things are supposed to be done with at a young age so that time can switch into another direction. I didn't think twice. I knew you'll come here. going back the same way you came with no water would have been suicide. Now, let me say this to you once again. It's easy to understand who your oppressors is because there are people that will never harm you, right? Right? There are people that will never do anything to you. But there are people that come around you continuously to keep trying you. It's easy to connect the dot who your oppressors are. Because see, when you go against them, they don't show their face. They just show their foot soldiers. You understand? They're foot soldiers. You kill the feet, soon enough the head got to come out. So keep coming. Keep sending. Please keep sending. Each person that keeps messing with me, irritating me, is a new face. The old ones move on. It keep bringing a new face. So keep coming. I love this shit. Going back the same way you came with no water would you have been suicide. You thought the gazelle and the ibis would save your life, but they only made you my trophy. The groom rose, flashing his knife. Ramses sized up his opponent. He probably expected more fancy wrestling moves. Instead, he was facing an unarmed, exhausted teenager, desperately thirsty, in no shape to use technique against a much stronger and armed attacker, which left brute strength as the prince's only choice. With an angry whoop, releasing all his energy, Ramses rushed at the groom. The man swung wide with his knife, then fell heavily backward into the prickly desert date tree, the thorns piercing his flesh like so many daggers. The hunters could not complain. Their live catch included an ibex, 2 gazelles, and an oryx, now being guided by the horns. More or less resigned, the herd moved forward when their bellies were gently prodded. One man had a baby gazelle slung over his back. Another held a terrified rabbit by the ears. There was a hyena lashed to boards that rested on 2 helpers' shoulders. A dog nipped and jumped from below in vain. Most of the specimens would be delivered to experts for observation and training. Hold on, what page this is? Let me, give me a second. Let me bookmark this. 2, 3. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah. We have 3 more pages left after this. This is where we're going to end this reading at, and we're going to get back into deja vu. We're going to get back to remembering things. We're going to get back to knowing who your oppressors are. You know, when you become a certain age in your life, you should understand who your oppressors are. You get it? You have grown enough, mingled, conversated, tied yourself to people that you know if there's anything going on harmful towards you, you're going to know about it, right? Right? Or they're going to handle things for you, right? Cool. I say this to you once again, you got what I'm saying. You sit amongst your oppressor, and that's why your brother did. You sit amongst your oppressor, and that's why your mama is next. You sit around your oppressor. You understand me? And the reason they drive you around, and the reason why you are a token of imagery, because it shows how ignorant you are. When you're not in these rooms of conversations and meetings of policy, you're the topic. You get it? You're the topic. Now, I've already put out to the world, this my slave. This my slave. You get it? So I'm going to keep this one alive so this one can keep on being a model, being the image. You understand what I'm saying? The image that this man. You understand me? You get it? And this one goes on to instill fear in the younger generations in that bloodline. You get me? Somebody got to get the next generation in line so you can always fear this oppressor. Anyway, you've been with the nasty pastor. I'm out, and I love you.